Now, before I get into my spiel, I need to inform y'all that everything that I'm stating is my opinion. I'm not a motivational speaker, not trying to be a civil rights activist, anything of that sort. Okay? I'm just a regular, everyday person that's looking to see things that the regular, everyday people can do in order to obtain justice and stop this cycle of police violence among the African American community. Now, I noticed that the media is pushing the agenda that the African American community is poor, they have no voice, and this is the reason why we act out, loot, and just go crazy every time something happens. Now, in order to obtain justice and stop this cycle of police brutality and violence, what we need to do is find a way to cripple the capitalistic structure without being arrested, shot, tased, and put out as hoodlums on television and the media. Now, in order to do that, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to inform the African American community of the power that it does have, especially the young African American community, because I feel as if we have power, we can get justice, but we're unaware of the power that we do have, and that's what this video is about. Now, for number one, the African American community, let's say the African American community converted into an independent country. The African American community's wealth will rank 11th in the world. The African American community actually spends $1.1 trillion annually, and this amount is estimated to increase to 1.3 by the year 2017. Now, any collective community group, it don't matter who you are. If you could spend $1 trillion annually as a collective group, you have a voice, you have power. Do not let them put that in your head, and definitely don't let them put that in our kids' heads, because we're done if we let that happen. Now, let's break it down a little bit more. Here's three things that I personally feel that the everyday person can do in order to get justice, obtain justice, and stop this cycle of police violence, brutality, and just, it's crazy. We just need it needs to stop, but we got to stop it. Me, you, the everyday people. We can't wait on the celebrities. We can't wait on Al Sharpton. None of them. You know, we see what that came about. So here we go. The African American community actually spends $600 million annually on fast food. Fast food, $600 million. Fast food, $600 million. Now, with that said, if we could go on the fast food boycott alone, okay, that's one of the three things. A fast food boycott alone, that would definitely tremendously cripple the system's capitalistic structure. Just a small bit, a little bit, you know, because I seriously doubt everybody's going to help out, everybody's going to go through it. And the bad thing about it is if this was 50 years ago, everybody would do it. But that's not the point here. Second thing, $35 billion has been spent annually on cigarettes. Now, I couldn't get a number for African Americans, but I say the African American population is 13%. $35 billion is the total number. 13% of $35 billion is $4,550 million. Okay? So, if we could go on a cigarette, fast food boycott, 600 million plus 4,550 million dollars. That's money that we can cut. Not cut all the way down, but we could definitely trickle it down some to send a message that we're not playing, and that we're going to take whatever sacrifices that we need to take and do whatever we need to do to be treated equally in the United States of America. Now, this third thing is very hard, and we actually spend the most money on this third thing. The African American community actually spends $560 billion on healthcare and weed products. Okay? Now, we would have gone to fast food, no cigarette, all natural challenge, boycott, whatever you want to call it, in order to obtain justice. That's actually $512,600,000,000 that we can cut down on. Just like that. Straight like that. You know, but we all have to get together collectively as a community, and that's the hard part, because, you know, the way the media and movies and the hip-hop, and they just got us all competing with each other, and that's where we need to stop. We need to get together, Come up with some type of plan. Whoever's down, get them down. And we need to make moves. And if you are not willing to do any of these three things, along with the other things that the civil rights activists and motivational speakers and everybody else in America has suggested, and not killing each other, we would be on. We would definitely be on. We would definitely obtain justice. We will confront the system head on. I don't know if you, I shouldn't be saying this, but I don't know if you heard of that line, money is the white man's God. Think about that. Think about everything in this video that I just, the numbers are pretty straightforward. I went to the Nelson scan. I did good research and I verified. I'm not just shooting some numbers off the top of my head telling y'all this. So we got to get our act together. We got to do everything that we can do before we can look at the system and this, that, and the third, because the system's going to come up with another excuse. Now they're saying black on black crime, blah, 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 blah. Hey, what can we say, right? But I guarantee you, if we cut their funds, they'll definitely listen. African American wealth is a big thing. We have a lot of power. We have a big voice. But we need to come together collectively as a community and utilize it. And once that happens, we will obtain justice and stop this cycle of police brutality and violence against the African American community in the United States. I'm down for the cause. I'm very down for the cause. I don't eat fast food that much anyway. I don't smoke cigarettes. And all natural, old girls all natural, my daughter's all natural, like, hey. But anyway, man, that's what we need to do. And if you're not willing to do this, there's no need to go on Facebook ranting, go on Twitter rants, Instagram rants, talking, me doing us like this and blah, blah, blah. Do everything you can do first. And once you do everything you can do, then you could go and start talking blah, 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 this, that, and the third. Because I feel now we're not doing everything we can do. And once we do, we will see results. So that's it for me, man. I hope everybody good. Love all y'all, man. All y'all my sisters, all y'all my brothers, man. I love each and every last one of y'all, man. But we got to work together and we got to come together collectively as a community and make this happen. Let's get it, man.